Thanks for staying with us here on WION. Chief Justice of India, Deepak Mishra, has formed a 5-judge bench to hear the Congress MP's petition against Venkaiah Naidu's decision to reject a motion to remove him. So that's the story coming in from India's Supreme Court. It's quite interesting if you think of it. The Chief Justice himself, Deepak Mishra, is forming a 5-judge bench to hear the Congress Ministers of Parliament's petition against the Vice President's decision to reject the motion to remove Mishra himself. Now, this has been a rather controversial decision by the Congress MPs. Remember, they had raised a petition to begin proceedings into looking into the Chief Justice of India's appointment. In fact, they wanted impeachment proceedings begun. However, the Vice President of India rejected that petition, saying that there was no ground to accept it. Now, those very same MPs have decided to approach the Supreme Court itself, asking for a review of the Vice President's decision. Interestingly enough, the Chief Justice, against whom the impeachment proceedings were wanted by the Congress, is the one who's going to form the Supreme Court bench itself, which is going to look at the petition against Venkaiah Naidu's decision. Let's go across to WION's Jessica Taneja for more perspective. An interesting turn of events. Jessica, fill us in.
Well, Aisha, it's in fact quite historic because it hasn't happened with a sitting Chief Justice of India ever. And let's highlight the point of this petition, which is going to be listed. And interestingly, Aisha, it comes at a time where this impeachment motion petition was in fact mentioned in Court 2 in Justice Chelameshwar's court. And Justice Chelameshwar had merely said to the petitioners that come back tomorrow. And to everyone's surprise, in the evening, the Supreme Court website had listed this. And remember, Chief Justice of India is the master of the roster. He's formed this special constitution bench, which is going to start hearing the Congress's MP's petition, which is challenging the Rajya Sabha, Chairman, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu's rejecting the motion or impeachment motion of Chief Justice of India. An important points that are mentioned in the petition, and what do these petitioners really say? These petitioners say that they had mentioned in that impeachment motion draft that was submitted to the Vice President for considering and accepting that impeachment motion against the Chief Justice of India. They say that only one of the charges leveled against the Chief Justice of India was discussed in detail, and the other 4 were left, out, even though he is the master of the roster. Right. And also to highlight the fact that they said it is the petition says it is not the chairman's prerogative to adjudicate or settle this, whether there has been any abuse of power by the Honorable Chief Justice of India, as he is the master of the roster. But they also say that this is the job of the inquiry committee and not the Rajya Sabha chairman.
Right. Jessica, tell me, so from the details we're getting, of course, is the fact that he's going to constitute the bench, the 5-judge bench that's going to look into the Congress's petition. Is it possible that he can sit on the bench himself?
Well, no, Aisha, that is not possible because the impeachment motion is against him. And of course, he's taken a recusal from that case and he's formed this bench. Also, the fact that if you remember the 4 judges that had, the 4 dissenting judges who had come out and spoken to the press earlier in the year in January, Justice Ranjan Gogoi, Justice, Joseph, as well as Justice Chelameshwar. All these 4 judges have not been included, in that constitution bench because it has, according to the Supreme Court seniority or the hierarchy, it has gone to the 5th bench, which includes, Justice Sikri and others. So, of course, it is not possible that the Chief Justice of India would hear an impeachment motion against him. And the petitioners deliberately didn't mention it in the Chief Court. They went and they mentioned it in Justice Chelameshwar's court, which is court number 2.
Jessica, thank you for bringing us that update on an intriguing and historic story, of course, when it comes to India. We'll, of course, keep track of that hearing, which is going to take place in the top court tomorrow. Thanks, Jessica Taneja.